Hello, this is Steve, Dichroic Glassman. Let's talk about why, or how, better yet, a ripple bit could work for you on a heavy textured glass, as you see here. You see the little ridges on the side? As compared to a normal piece of glass? Very uniform. You don't need a ripple bit on this, unless it's a thick glass, and you want to get the edges down thinner so that you can use a copper foil, or maybe it's even too thick for your lead. This piece, this little bit here, will take a heavy texture. Once you, let's over dramatize and put a regular piece of glass in that bit. You can see what it's going to do. With this V groove that it's got in there, it's going to bring it down to a narrow edge. A very uniform edge, by the way. Let's put my glass top back on for my eye protection. And then let's see what we can do here. I'm using a glass door grinder. I like to have a spare sponge on the side. Sometimes I'll put my water on top of my piece. Plenty of water. The idea about this water is that it's going to ensure that there's enough, it keeps this bit wet instead of dry. The dry is too abrasive for the diamond bit. The frit on this grinding bit, it would be too dry, and it'll chip and shatter and chatter. I call it chatter your edges. Little chips that come out that you can see on a very small, if you look on the other side, on the opposite side often, you'll see little chips. I call it oystering or chatter. So that's one piece. Look how quick that goes. Now you can copper foil your edges with a great degree of uniformity. Let me dry my piece off here to give you that idea right away. My sponge is breaking apart. There's all kinds of quality levels of quality sponges, and this one's not one of the best. Let's put it that way. So, as I dry off the edge here, let's get a bird's eye view of what it did. You barely can see it, but I can personally. But let's get a pointer. Right along this edge, it took the tips off, all the ridges. It took them off. And such that when I foil it, it creates a high degree of uniformity. So let's see what that might look like copper foiled. I love copper foil. Almost everything I do is copper foil. So, with that said, let me foil a piece up live. Well, we don't need the whole piece. Let's go there with this. You see the difference? Copper foil on the back side, nice edge in here. And over here, you can see where I took the edges down, and I'm going to get a very consistent solder line. Almost like this is not even textured. Doesn't even bother me. It really doesn't matter what kind of texture you're going to use it on. But the more the heavy the texture it is, such as this Florentine, or Floreal. Yeah, it's called Floreal. The heavier the texture, the more impressive it is when you use the ripple bit on the edge. Doesn't matter. There you go. A lot of people shy away from using these heavy textures because they don't know what to do with it, especially if they use copper foil. This is copper foil, by the way. It is a foil that's a tape, and it sticks to your glass. See the little black? See that color? That's the stickiness here, as you can tell. That's what's going to stick to your glass. So a lot of people shy away from the heavy textures, and on some level, they're almost my favorite. I really love the effect clear textures can have in a stained glass window. So if this will help encourage other people and empower them to use clear textures, in fact, I advise them, encourage them to use clear textures because it really adds a lacy feeling, or feminine feeling, or a bold feeling with the lines, sense of direction, flow, I encourage you to use a heavy texture and get yourself a ripple bit. I have had my ripple bit for probably 4 or 5 years, and I have had thousands of pieces of glass run through this bit safely, easily, and with the same consistent results every single time. That's the beauty of this bit. I really like it. Just grab yourself a ripple bit and just go to town using your clear textures, and you'll really thank yourself for that investment. Typically, a ripple bit's going to run around $20, depending on who you get it from, whether it's a Griffin or an Anraku bit, the twofers, or a Glass Star bit, or an Inland bit. They could be in the $20, $30 range, perhaps. Glass Star bits run a little bit more. They have a pretty good lifespan, so on some level it's worth it. If you're getting 4 years out of a $30 bit, 1,000 pieces of glass or more, that's $7.50. My gosh, what can we think of that costs $7.50? A couple gallons of milk? 6-pack? Heck, too, this thing is worth its weight in gold for me. I use it all the time, and I use lots of clear textures, as you've seen in my windows. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. I hope this helps and adds a little breath of life to your experience in doing stained glass, and now you feel compelled to go out and get yourself a ripple bit and start utilizing clear textures in your works. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Follow me on Facebook under Dichro, D-I-C-H-R-O, leave a space, Glassman. Hey, thanks a lot for watching. Have a very good day, pleasant day. Bye-bye.